I am 59, and the gentlest thing I do each day, a slow, unhurried 15-minute walk, is also the one thing that leaves me feeling younger than I did at 40, and I still cannot fully explain it. Before we begin, if these calm, honest habits are helpful to you, subscribe and stay a while. It means a lot to me. You might be wondering the same thing I did. How can a walk this slow change anything? So let me tell you what it is not. It is not a workout. There is no sweating, no fast pace, no feeling out of breath. It is not 10,000 steps. I do not count my steps at all. I do not count anything. No app on my wrist, no goal, no little number to reach by the end of the day. It is just a walk. Slow, quiet, 15 minutes most mornings, and that is all. And I think that is exactly why so many of us are tired. Maybe you feel it too. You want to age well, but simply. You do not want another expensive routine. You just want to feel a little lighter, a little calmer. You want to move your body in a way that is kind, not punishing. That is what you are looking for. I know, because that is what I was looking for too. Here is the honest part. This surprised me. I did not expect something this gentle to matter at all. When I was younger, I believed the opposite, that to feel good, I had to push, move faster, do more. But now, at 59, on the mornings I take this slow walk, I come home feeling younger than I did at 40, lighter in my body, quieter in my mind, and that was not what I planned. It simply happened, slowly, over many quiet mornings. I want to be honest with you about what this is. I am not a doctor. I am not selling you a secret. This is not a cure, and it does not reverse anything. It is only what works for me, in my own ordinary life. Many families here where I live, an old woman walking slowly past the shops in the morning is the most normal thing in the world. No one thinks it is a trick. It is just how we move. Which leaves the strange little question I keep coming back to. If it is not exercise, if I am not pushing, if I am barely doing anything at all, how can something this slow, this soft, do anything for me? It should not work. And yet, so how do I actually keep a walk this slow? Slow enough that it feels almost silly at first? That is where it begins. The moment I step out the door after breakfast. It begins the moment I step out the door after breakfast. No phone in my hand, no destination, nowhere I need to be. That last part is the hardest, honestly, to leave the house with no goal at all. But that is the whole trick. I walk the same quiet street every morning, past the neighbor's persimmon tree, heavy with orange fruit over the low garden wall, past the little shrine at the corner. I do not choose a new route to keep things interesting. The sameness is the point. When my eyes already know the street, my mind can finally rest. And then I go slower, slower than feels natural, slow enough that at first it feels almost silly, like I have forgotten how to walk properly. My feet want to hurry. For a minute or two, everything in me says move faster. I let it pass, and after a little while the body settles. It stops arguing. It just walks. Here is the small thing I do with my breath. In through the nose for a count of 4. Then out, gently, no effort, and I match my steps to it. 4 soft steps in, a few steps out, unhurried. That is all. It sounds like nothing, but that quiet rhythm is what carries the whole walk. Then I notice things. On purpose, the morning light on a weathered wooden fence, a cat asleep on a sunlit wall, not caring about anything, the smell of someone cooking rice behind their window. And this noticing, this is the part that quietly settles the racing mind. Not the walking, the noticing. Tell me in the comments, how old are you, and do you already take a slow walk like this, or is rushing the habit you cannot shake? I would love to know. And if a calmer way of aging feels right to you, take a moment and subscribe, then stay a while. Now back to the walk, because you might be wondering what makes it work if it is not really exercise. Let me be honest with you. It is not a miracle. It reverses nothing. It does not turn back a single year. What it does is simpler than that. It lets my body move kindly, gently, without strain. And it lets my thoughts slow down until they stop chasing each other. So I come home lighter, not tired, lighter. And I want to be clear about one thing, softly. This is only my lived experience. It is not medical advice. Please see your doctor if you have any health worry. Many families here walk slowly like this. It is ordinary, not an exotic secret, just an old gentle habit passed down quietly. So that is how I keep it slow. The same street, the slow breath, the small things I notice on purpose. But there is one thing I never do on this walk, not once. One single habit I gave up completely, and giving it up is the whole reason the walk works. It is rushing. Rushing. That is the one thing I never do on this walk, because rushing is the habit I gave up on purpose. For years I walked fast to feel productive, to get somewhere, to prove I had not wasted the morning, and it left me tense, tight in the shoulders, older feeling by the time the day was done. Here is the honest thing I did not see for a long time. The fast walking was not keeping me young. It was doing the opposite. All that hurrying, all that pushing to be efficient, that was the very thing wearing me down. I thought, so let me tell you the real payoff of this whole quiet walk. Slow is not a weaker version of it. Slow is not the beginner setting, the gentle option for a lazy day. Slow is the entire point. The gentleness is exactly what makes it work. If I sped it up, if I turned it into exercise, into steps to count, into something to finish, I would lose the one thing that helps me. The whole gift is in going slower than feels natural, and this is why it leaves me feeling younger than I did at 40. Unhurried movement, a quiet mind. Those two things are what I could never give myself when I was racing everywhere. My body wanted to move kindly, and my thoughts wanted to settle, and rushing did not allow either. The walk is simply where I finally stopped racing. That is all it is. That is why it works. So here is the small thing to try, and I will say it plainly. Tomorrow, walk for just 15 minutes with no goal, and notice 3 small things along the way. A flower pushing up by a wall, a puddle holding the sky, a bird sitting on a wire, doing nothing at all. If you try just one thing tomorrow, try this. And if you do, come back and tell me the 3 small things you noticed. I would love to read them. That is all. And truly that is enough. It may feel silly at first walking so slowly, and that is fine. It felt silly to me too. You might catch yourself wanting to speed up, to be useful, to get it over with. Let that pass. Slowly is fine, and if I widen this out, past the walk, to how I think about staying young at all, it is nothing clever. For me it is mostly 3 plain things: warm food, enough sleep, and not rushing. That is the whole of it. No expensive creams, no secret. Just those. And the slow walk is simply where I practice the last one, every morning, on the same quiet street, past. So tomorrow, when you go, breathe in gently through the nose, let your feet find that unhurried pace, and let the morning be exactly as slow as it wants to be. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to finish anything. Come home lighter, not tired, sit down, hold something warm in your hands. Slowly is fine. Start tomorrow, gently, and see how you feel.